Isilang ka sa mundong ito, laking tuwa ng magulang mo, at ang kamay nilang iyong ilaw. At ang nanay at tatay mo'y di malaman ng kagawin, minamasdan pati pagtulog mo. At sa gabi napupuyat ang iyong nanay sa pagtimpla ng gatas mo.
At sa umaga na may talong ka ng iyong amang tuwang-tuwa sa'yo.
Ngayon ay malaki ka na at nais mo'y maging malaya, di man sila payag walang magagawa. Ikaw nga'y biglang nagbago, naging matigas ang iyong ulo, at ang payo nila'y sinuway mo. Di mo man lang inisip ng kanilang ginagawa'y para sa'yo. Pagkat ang nais mo'y masunod ang layaw mo, di mo sila pinapansin.
Ba't ka nagkaganyan?
Ba't ka nagkaganyan?
Ba't ka nagkaganyan?
At ang iyong mga mata'y biglang lumuha nang di mo napapansin. Pagsisisi-sisip mo, nalaman mo, ika'y nagkamali. Pagsisisi-sisip mo, nalaman mo, ika'y nagkamali. Pagsisisi-sisip mo, nalaman mo, ika'y nagkamali. Pagsisisi-sisip mo, nalaman mo, ika'y
Nagkamali.
Wow. Uniquely imaginative and creative. That was the blurb from our fellow columnist in the Philippine Star, cultural doyen, Rosalinda Baby or Rosa. Very well said. You just saw an excerpt, or excerpts of scenes from Harana, featuring well-loved musical piece that our guest Carla Gutierrez will now tell us about. That was a lovely recreation, a rearrangement. Carla.
That was an arrangement by Von de Guzman.
Von de Guzman.
Actually,
Okay.
this show is we are very privileged to have 4 award-winning arrangers. We have Von de Guzman, Jessie Lasatin, Jessie Lucas, and Paulo Zarate.
Okay. When an arranger does something different to an original song, he or she is not obligated to collaborate with the original artist, no?
Not really.
Okay.
It is his own interpretation and
yeah.
arrangement already.
It becomes a new work in part, no? Of course, it's a tribute also, it's a homage also to the original artist. Parang otherwise, bakit pa iniba niya,
But sometimes
adapted?
we also ask permission. Like for Maestro Ryan Cayabyab, Sir Ryan, can we do anything?
Ginagawa din naman niya. But tell me, before we move on to other topics, as part of the feature on Philippine Opera Company, how do you assemble such a cast?
Oh, it's so hard.
Oo nga.
It's really hard. One, they should be able to sing classical.
Yes.
Because that's the, is Philippine Opera Company. They have to be classical singers or at least have a classical background. 2, they have to move, dance. And 3rd, they have to do spills. So it's really a total package. So actually, first run, as in it took us a while. Now we had to rehearse for 3 months
Okay.
because of the dancing. Some were talagang kaliwa ang paa, pareho, but with the determination and the passion, oh my God, they're now dancers. And I'm very, very proud of them.
Okay. And these individuals, I imagine, came from either different groups, no? Or were just individual standouts on their own.
Actually, they are solo performers in their own right. They're not just parang choral or ano, talagang may pangalan silang lahat.
Now that you've assembled them in this cast for specifically ang Bagong Harana, does that make them parang members of Philippine Opera Company?
Yeah, Philippine
or-
Opera Company. They're
I
part
see.
of the talent pool of Philippine Opera
Okay,
Company.
talent pool. And of course, Floyd Quintos being the brilliant director he is, he brought a lot to bear for the show.
Oh, yes.
Got
He's
everything
magic.
out of the performers, the whole visualization, everything. Would you like to thank any other people who have also been complimentary with their creative talent? Your lighting director, whoever. Ganyan.
Actually, a lot.
Pero-
Of course,
pero lang yung
Direk Floyd
hairstylist.
Quintos, my moms and I, the Gutierrez, who did wonderful. Of course, Ramon Ubusan Folkloric Group, who's been very, very supportive. And then, madami eh. Baka may makalimutan ako, may masaktan pa.
Sige. I'm curious though. One of the performers or performing groups that Philippine Opera Company is fast gaining a reputation for is an upcoming, I think hindi na sila upcoming eh. Ang dami na nakakilala sa kanila. In fact, they guested on this show. None other than the Opera Bells. How come they're not part of Ang Bagong Harana?
Iba eh. Parang it's marketing, my marketing strategy. Parang
okay.
it's separate. And actually, the objective of the Opera Bells is to get into mainstream and really to promote a different sound to the younger generation. Kasi nowadays, it's all Britney Spears, yun ang mga tunog na napapanood nila sa television. So we would like to introduce a different kind of sound. Now, it doesn't mean that good singing is kailangan birit. There's such thing as a head tone. But you can sing
What's a head tone? Can you do head tone? I know about a bell tone, but
Para yun kaya, di ba? It's a love story. Hindi kaya, it's a love, hindi birit.
okay.
So, but still you can sing pop. You can still sing rock.
Yun nga.
But you have the technique.
Tama ba yun nga that parang opera goes pop with the opera bells?
Yes, because we would like to reach out to the younger generation. Kasi one step at a time, because pag binigyan mo ng classical agad yan, nako, baka hindi nila
They would be parang parallel to the Divos.
El Divos.
El Divos, no?
Yes.
And then there's a new, younger version of the Divos, di ba?
The break?
Yung mga bata talaga.
Il Volo.
Oo,
Il Volo.
teenager. Cute, parang menudo na classical.
Yeah, so same ano rin, as in they also sing pop. But when it comes to corporate events, laging hinahanap sa amin their opera side. So they sing naman more serious when it comes to the corporate events. They sing Lakme, yeah, from ano, and then they also sing mga Pie Jesu, mga ganon.
Pie Jesu.
And then to be in between, Ella Fantasia of
Ang
Il
galing
Divo.
nila. Uy, wow, favorite nila Fantasia. From the Mission. So they're your best bet as performers from the opera company currently, no? And you mentioned a while back that you were up late last night because nga of this MTV.
Yeah,
that was
music
shot.
video shoot.
Oo.
That will be coming out in the television soon.
Okay.
So-
to help promote CD.
Yes, to help promote the CD because they're coming up with their second album.
Second one. What's the title of this album?
Secret pa.
In time for Christmas.
Yes, in time for Christmas, hopefully.
Okay. Look forward to that. No. There are other pursuits that Philippine Opera Company engage in, no? Kasi for now, talagang heavy yung promotion nyo and your dedication to Ang Bagong Harana. One I know is Young Artist Series. No? Can you tell us more about this?
Actually, Philippine Opera Company, we have a foundation. It's the Friends of the Philippine Opera Foundation. That's where we get our grants. That's where we have this program, which we call the Artistic and Audience Development Programs. So that's where we have an outreach, shows, and everything. And then at the same time, we have a monthly soiree that is open to the public, as in free. They go to the opera house, and then they watch the younger generation. Because what I'm trying to do is really develop the next generation of classical artists. So monthly we have different shows with different theme. So last week we had our very first YAS series, and we call it The Moon. So most of the songs were
yes,
about the
the
moon.
Young
So
Artist
November
Series.
naman we have a different theme. I think it's Pavarotti.
When it's Young Artist Series, what is the cutoff age point when you say Young Artist?
Actually, kasi 20, 28, 30 is still considered young.
Okay,
And
for classical.
what we do is we invite professional veteran singers to support the younger singers para mahatak sila.
Another remarkable achievement done very recently is your establishment of an actual venue for your company, right? Or a rehearsal. What do you call it? It's a rehearsal thing. It's an opera house.
It's an opera house. It's an art center.
Art center.
Yes.
It's about time we show some of the stills that will give our audience a glimpse of what happens in such an opera house. They might think it's an opera house, parang Phantom of the Opera. No. This is an art center. No?
We have a school also.
Yeah. Parang ballet hall or something.
It's a rehearsal hall that we rent it out also.
I recognize that fellow. You're right.
Our chairman, Ambassador Yuchenko, and then
Friend
Nolene
Big
Tabaog.
Al. And there are the opera bells.
Opera bells
That's right.
after a show.
So this is also where your complement of talents rehearse. And that's the Young Artist
Yes.
concert series. No? This intrigued me, but cute naman ang visual. And that's you with your talents. What's happening here? Parang they're rehearsing
They're rehearsing for a corporate event.
in
And
front
then
of a mirror
we
so
have
they
the
can see
Clarissa
themselves.
Ocampo.
Yes, that
the
Clarissa.
vocal
Oh,
coach.
it's a lovely building, huh? With artworks. When was this? When was this built and set up?
Last year.
Last year lang.
Actually, hindi pa siya tapos because the fourth floor is really meant for a small...
It's all of 4 floors.
but
goodness.
now it's an open air. Ano pa lang? It's a rooftop. Na the fourth is parang meant for a small mini theater, recital hall.
Okay.
But in the future.
Now, okay, tell me. I'm a layman. I'm interested in performing, or I'm interested in opera. I'm curious about the opera house. How do people engage with the opera house? They can't come over and watch the rehearsals, can they?
They can,
Or-
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's invited.
Ah.
Yeah, and I also encourage everyone to take voice lessons.
Ayun, that's one.
Yeah.
You do conduct voice
Yeah,
lessons.
Voice lessons, music, piano, and everything. Because, like in dance, your foundation should be ballet. When you have that foundation, you can go to modern dance,
Okay.
jazz. Same with classical singing. You should have that classical technique. But when it comes to the repertoire, you can sing rock, you can sing pop, gospel, or anything. We have some students who are rock singers. Kasi ang advantage nun is mas mano yung career span mo. Second is you can sing over a paos. Like me, I haven't slept. But
Managing your voice, manipulating your vocal
and the
box.
proper use of your vocal cords and everything.
So is there a regular calendar of
We have voice lessons
yung
every
voice
day.
lessons,
Yeah.
ganun? Parang kids can sign up or parents can sign up their kids, ganun. Pwedeng weekends lang, ganun, if they're studying elsewhere, ganun.
Yeah. Some, as in, we have a student who's very fanatic with classical singing. She's 14, turned 15, almost every day. And it's, maganda kasi as in, we're getting a lot of younger classical singers. As in, we have one 14 years old, she's from Pampanga. Her passion is grabe. As in, every week, she goes to to the opera house and take voice lessons and bumabalik ng Pampanga.
And you assembled the faculty for this?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we are very fortunate to have Miss Clarissa Ocampo to be part of the faculty now. She's based in the U.S. And she's from Juilliard, and she's giving lessons and master classes.
I should guest her in the show one time.
Yes, and
so
talk
I can
about
get
vocal
some
problems
lessons.
and
Yeah, I have vocal problems sometimes. I have this whiskey voice.
yeah, as in it's a good idea to invite her.
Well, what else? So it's all voice lessons now. What about
No,
instrumentation?
we have instruments. We have guitar, piano.
So it's really a music center.
Yes, actually it's an art center.
Art center.
And then we have this area na hindi pa tapos. It's supposed to be a, excuse me, an audiovisual room wherein we will be showing opera film showing for free, and then afterwards,
great.
you know, that the artist parang may ano sila ng feedback sila and reviews and talk
Terrific.
about it.
Because you hardly see those, di ba?
Yes, and then we have this special area, our favorite part of the opera house, which is the kitchen.
I was going to guess the cafeteria or canteen.
Yeah, as in sometimes, yun yung bonding area of the artist. You know, you see them bringing ingredients and then
Where is
cooking.
it located to begin with? I haven't asked.
It's in Bautista Street. It's near Cash and Carry. That's the landmark.
Okay,
It's very accessible.
Really? And was this property donated to your company or to the foundation?
Actually, we're paying every month. That is our investment.
But you had the building erected, no?
From scratch.
Fresh, from scratch. Who was your architect? Ganda
Oh,
ng-
our architect is Architect Chua.
Okay.
I met him in a Rotary event. He gave his services for
I
free.
was about to say that.
Yes.
That he must have.
Yes, and because parang
In
it's,
exchange for voice lessons, ba?
no, it's like his advocacy or nadaan ko sa pagiging passionate ko with
I
the
also
arts.
noticed that you had a lot of artworks hanging on the walls.
Donated by my uncle, Joe Texon,
Okay.
who's a very, very famous set designer and
Ang
executive.
kulang na lang poetry. Dapat meron tayong poetry workshop.
Yes, actually, it's really an
Sige,
art
when it's set up na,
center. Actually, during the YAS, we included poetry about the moon. So maybe,
You know that I actually lectured in Bali, did a lecture seminar for a day, and all the poems that I talked about were poems about the moon. And I held this in a cafe resto bar called La Luna,
okay.
which was owned by the organizer of the festival, so she was very happy. This was in Ubud, but one time let's get together and develop a certain program. Na. A lot of people ask about workshops for poetry that's not the usual national workshops, which are hard to get to. Parang paying workshops for certain age groups. I can talk to my many poet friends like
Yes.
Jimmy Abad, ganyan, to conduct lessons.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And it's really an art center for visual performing arts. It's open to everyone.
Terrific. So I think we're down to our last few minutes. Other plans, other productions in the offing
Oh,
for the opera company.
a lot of plans. But of course, with our plans, we will be needing, very important, the support of the public, of the corporate. You know, it's hard to mount opera productions. It's very expensive to mount opera
Yes.
productions. And we need them.
What about the G word, government?
Oh, especially the government, especially tourism, as in...
I'm sure NCCA has helped a bit, or no? No? NCCA? Have you
I'm not
tried?
going to say anything. Yes, we've tried.
What have they got against
Yeah, it's really sad na parang kanya-kanyang kayo talaga. And I've been asking myself na parang, why am I doing this? Especially Harana, parang I'm too young, I have my own career. I should be focusing on my career. But
There should be support for one, the way I see it. No? Okay, specifically itong bagong Harana. Yeah. There should be corporate support, government support, municipal, local government support, to at least have it tour around all the major cities. Like Cebu, they'd love to see this. Davao, Cagayan de Oro, where there are good theaters. You've already done it at the famous Luz Auditorium in Dumaguete. others should also see Baguio, Tarlac, ganyan, di ba? And that can be done easily if, well, either government steps in or the usual private sponsorship.
Actually, also DEX. They should also
DEX.
promote
That's
this.
right.
Like, nowadays, I mean, wala, tinanggal na nila yung music sa parang kasama na ng PE. So, yung teachers na nagtuturo ng music, nagtuturo ng PE. So, hindi talaga ganun ka.
Parang singing while doing track and field.
Yeah, so, ang pangit nun is not to turn off the students because mali siguro yung pagturo, medyo boring. So, nagre-reflect ngayon na sa mga productions na parang, if it's classical, it's boring. So,
well, a lot of people have tried to suggest Department of Culture, di ba? Dati, my position on that, Carla, was, it's too much again, we don't really need a department. Just culture abounds, But I don't know, now that you say it, sometimes the difficulty of continuing something that one has started. The vision has been there, obviously, as mounted by you. Sayang. So, I hope, well, yeah, that's DEX, DOT, NCCA,
the municipalities.
Municipal, local governments.
As in sinusulatan namin and always, we're very happy that you're restaging it again, but unfortunately, yun na yung So parang...
Other than that though, I would think na if you were to take this on a road tour from east to west coast in the States for a good 4 months, the way the Bayanihan used to do it, the Madrigal Singers, I'm sure it'll be quite a success.
Oh yes, definitely.
I would imagine that a lot of possible, impresarios or organizers will be beating a path to your door, probably after this third rerun.
Yes, I hope so.
Spring, around spring in the States would be good.
That's why we're very happy also na parang, thank you to Ming Dipul. I mean, that billboard is very, very helpful.
Harana, ladies and gentlemen, again, one more time, October 19 to the 28th.
28th.
Yeah. There are 9 performances at the Romulo Theater in RCBC.
Especially now, Sir Crip, with the influx of foreign productions coming in our country, it's so hard to compete.
That's right.
It's so hard to compete. So we're not saying that, that huwag sila manood ng foreign productions, but they have to balance.
Yeah.
Watch a foreign production, a foreign concert, but support a local production.
The audience is there, definitely.
Yeah.
It's really the cost of mounting something for the audience to share in, where it's hard.
Yeah.
that's
And
where
marketing, we cannot compete with the marketing of the foreign productions.
Ngayon, ang daming coming, you've had the Phantom and now Sting in December. J-Lo. So, before all that, what's Harana?
Yeah,
What's
love our
Harana?
own, support our own.
Support our own. Thank you again.
Thank you
Carla.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
More power to the Philippine Opera Company, POC.